إن الحمد لله نحمده ونستعينه ونستغفره ونستهديه ونعوذ بالله من شرور أنفسنا ومن سيئات أعمالنا. من يهده الله فلا مضل له ومن يضلل فلا هادي له، وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وحده لا شريك له، وأشهد أن محمدا عبده ورسوله صلى الله عليه وعلى آله وأصحابه أجمعين. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله حق تقاته ولا تموتن إلا وأنتم مسلمون. يا أيها الناس اتقوا ربكم الذي خلقكم من نفس واحدة وخلق منها زوجها وبث منهما رجالا كثيرا ونساء، واتقوا الله الذي تساءلون به والأرحام إن الله كان عليكم رقيبا. يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وقولوا قولا سديدا يصلح لكم أعمالكم ويغفر لكم ذنوبكم، ومن يطع الله ورسوله فقد فاز فوزا عظيما. أما بعد، فإن أصدق الحديث كلام الله، وإن خير الهدي هدي محمد صلى الله عليه وسلم، وشر الأمور محدثاتها، وكل محدثة بدعة، وكل بدعة ضلالة، وكل ضلالة في النار. ثم أما بعد. Dear brothers and sisters, in our day and time, a lot of the talks that we hear, a lot of the classes that are given, a lot of the khutbah that are delivered, they're aimed at focusing on our relationship with our Creator, on strengthening our iman. And there's no doubt, undoubtedly, this is very needed in our day and time and crucial. And without it, we can't achieve any success. However, there's something that a lot of times we forget to analyze, we forget to look at, and we forget to work on, that may be just as important and just as needed. Our dealings with one another, our character and our dealings and our relationship and our bonds with one another. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he said in the authentic narration recorded by Imam al-Tirmidhi, أَقْرَبُكُم مِّنِّي مَجْلِسًا يَوْمَ الْقِيَامَةِ. The ones of you that will be closest to me on the day of judgment are who? The ones that used to pray the most, or fast the most, or give the most in charity? قال أَحَاسِنُكُمْ أَخْلَاقًا. The ones of you who have the best character. So in our day and time, we might find a lot of people doing, praying, fasting, giving in charity, However, in reality, they're from the furthest of people in comparison to the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. And this is a very, very dangerous situation. If we don't perfect our character, if we're not analyzing our character and our dealings with one another, then everything else that we do may be doubtful. Everything else that we do may be doubtful. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said in the authentic narration, recorded by Imam al-Bukhari in his book Al-Adab al-Mufrad, عن أبي هريرة رضي الله عنه قال قيل للنبي صلى الله عليه وسلم إن فلانة تقوم الليل وتصوم النهار وتفعل وتتصدق ولكنها تؤذي جارها بلسانها. The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was asked about a woman who prays the night prayer and who fasts during the day. And she does all types of deeds and gives in charity. However, she harms her neighbor with her tongue. So what did the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ say about her? قال لا خير فيها لا خير فيها هي من أهل النار. There is no good in her. She will be from the people of the fire. And the opposite of that, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ was asked, وقال وإن فلانة تصلي المكتوبة وتتصدق بأثوار. And he was asked about someone who just prays the 5 daily prayers and gives very little in charity, has nothing to give, gives very little in charity. ولكنها لا تؤذي أحدا. But she harms nobody. She's perfected her manners and her character and her dealings with her brothers and sisters. So what was the answer about her? قال هي من أهل الجنة. هي من أهل الجنة. She will be the one in paradise. This is a very, very dangerous situation that we all have to listen to and understand and ask ourselves about. What are we upon with our character? What are we upon with our dealings with one another? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, إِنَّ سُوءَ الْخُلُقِ يُفْسِدُ الْعَمَلِ كَمَا يُفْسِدُ الْخَلُّ الْعَسَلِ. That bad character spoils the deeds. Bad character will spoil the deeds the same way that vinegar would spoil honey. And even if it doesn't reach this level, even if it doesn't get to the level where someone's character is so bad that his deeds are spoiled, it's still a dangerous situation. In another authentic narration, the Prophet Muhammad ﷺ said, تُعْرَضُ الْأَعْمَالِ إِلَى اللَّهِ تَعَالَى فِي كُلِّ يَوْمِ اثنين وخميس. The deeds are lifted up to Allah Azza wa Jal every Monday and Thursday. فَيَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لِكُلِّ امْرِئٍ لَا يُشْرِكُ بِهِ شَيْئًا. So Allah Azza wa Jal will forgive everyone on that day who is not associating partners with Him. We ask Allah to forgive all of us. إِلَّا امْرِئٌ, except for a person كانت بينه وبين أخيه شحناء, that had a problem between him and his brother, that had animosity, hatred, bad feelings between him and his brother. فَيُقَالْ أَخِّرُوا هَذَيْنِ حَتَّى يَصْطَلِحَا. So it will be said, hold on to their deeds. Hold on to their forgiveness until they reconcile. Hold on to their forgiveness. Hold on to their deeds. It will not be presented to Allah Azza wa Jal. We don't fall under that classification of being forgiven due to those little problems that we have between us. Due to those little issues that we allow to get between our hearts. Those little things that we allow to enter between us that are in reality minor and worthless and mean nothing. And when we look back to analyze them, we see how foolish we were at times. Subhanallah, can we imagine? Can we imagine not getting our deeds presented to Allah? Everything we did in the week, all of that striving being put on hold. Just because of those dealings that we have with one another. How can we expect our ummah to regain its strength, to regain its honor, to be given victory when we can't implement that in our own little communities? How many people sitting right here right now have a problem with someone, dislike a believer, hope they don't see that person, don't give that person salam, I don't invite that person to my house, if I see that sister I go the other way? How many of us? And for what reason? Is it for the sake of Allah? Is it for the sake of the deen? Is it because Allah Azza wa Jal was dishonored? Is it because the deen was humiliated? Is it because transgressions and boundaries were transgressed? Or is it because of some dunya, or some money, or some cultural ignorance? She looked at me the wrong way. He didn't invite my uncle to their gathering. He said this about my brother, sister. He did this and he did that, and we allow that to get between us. How can we expect the success of the ummah when this is how we are with one another? The Prophet Muhammad ﷺ, he described the believer saying, "Al-mu'minu lil-mu'mini kal-bunyan, yashuddu ba'duhu ba'da." The believers towards one another are like a building. Each one of them should be strengthening and fortifying the other one. Not weakening, not dividing, strengthening and fortifying the other. What happens if you have a building and in the foundation of that building, it's corrupt? There's one brick missing. There's one brick that's bad. What will happen to that building? It will collapse eventually. And this is the situation of our ummah now. So each and every one of us, we need to look at ourselves and our dealings with one another. One of the underlying goals in Islam, in everything that we do, the standing together in prayer. Shoulder to shoulder, feet to feet. Do not let the shaitan get between your hearts. Fasting together, breaking our fast together, making hajj together, greeting one another, visiting one another, praying on one another. One of the underlying goals of all of this is to strengthen us and unite us in this dunya. One of the biggest blessings that we have is this extended family right here. A family that no matter where you are, across the world, no matter who it is, this family is joined together with Islam, with La ilaha illallah. That when we see someone from our family, we greet them. We make dua for them no matter who they are. But one of the underlying goals of all of this is that we're united. Allah Azza wa Jalla says in the Quran, وَاعْتَصِمُوا بِحَبْلِ اللَّهِ جَمِيعًا وَلَا تَفَرَّقُوا. And hold on to the rope of Allah, all of you, and do not be divided. Hold on to what? Hold on to your nationalism? Hold on to your culture? Hold on to your groups and your cliques? And the people of your same nationality or identity or hold on to the rope of Allah, to the Quran and to the Sunnah. All of you, and do not be divided. وَاذْكُرُوا نِعْمَةَ اللَّهِ عَلَيْكُمْ إِذْ كُنْتُمْ أَعْدَاءً فَأَلَّفَ بَيْنَ قُلُوبِكُمْ. And remember the favors of Allah upon you. For verily you were enemies until Allah Azza wa Jal joined the hearts together. Enemies until Allah Azza wa Jal joined the hearts together. فَأَصْبَحْتُمْ بِنِعْمَتِهِ إِخْوَانًا. And then you became again, from the mercy of Allah, from the blessings of Allah, brethren in faith. This is the true family. This is the family that we're talking about. This is what we should be feeling. We can't let these little issues divide us and weaken us and lead to our deeds being spoiled on the Day of Judgment. The Quran was revealed so that we recite it and memorize it and ponder over it, not just merely for our entertainment, not just merely for us to listen to and have fun with, but for us to implement the teachings inside. In the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla narrates to us about two stories. One of them, Allah Azza wa Jalla refers to saying, نَحْنُ نَقُصُّ عَلَيْكَ أَحْسَنَ الْقَصَصِ. We tell you, we reveal to you the best of stories. The best of stories. And in the end of the story saying what? لَقَدْ كَانَ فِي قَصَصِهِمْ عِبْرَةً لِأُولِي الْأَلْبَابِ. Indeed, in their story was a lesson for the people of understanding. There's a lesson. The story of Yusuf alayhi salam. The story that we all know very well. We've read it. We memorize. We see in that story that Yusuf alayhi salam became one of the most powerful people of the Egyptian empire. One of the most powerful empires of its time. And he became one of the most powerful people in that empire. He had control over the wealth. Who would be given? Who would be paid? Who would be helped? So he had power. He had the wealth. And as we know, he had the looks. But what did he do with that authority? What did he do with that position? When his brothers' envy and jealousy led them to plot against him, to throw him in a well, to nearly kill him. He was enslaved and sold and imprisoned and defamed and falsely accused. What did he do with that authority when it was that time for the perfect revenge, for that sweet revenge, with his brothers all standing in front of him? And he was the man. He was the one in control. What did he do with that? قَالَ لَا تَثْرِيبَ عَلَيْكُمُ الْيَوْمِ. There's no problem today. Don't worry about it today. There's no problem. يَغْفِرُ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. May Allah forgive you for what you did. وَهُوَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. And He is the most merciful. This was his answer. And he blamed it on who? On Shaitan. He blamed it on Shaitan, that Shaitan came between me and my brothers. The ulama, they say, if you have any problem in your family, with your husband or wife, in your community, with your children, solve it like Yusuf alayhi salam. Don't worry about it. May Allah Azza wa Jalla forgive you and remind them of Allah. وَهُوَ أَرْحَمُ الرَّاحِمِينَ. If we implement this strategy, inshallah, by the will of Allah, we'll have no problems. If we implement the teachings of the Quran. In another story, in the Quran, Allah Azza wa Jalla, in the story of Abu Bakr, when those three companions in Al-Madinah, when they took the news, the false news of the daughter of Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, when they took that false news, and they mistakenly took it and heard it and passed it on, without assuming the best. And when that news started spreading about Aisha, radiyallahu anha, when that evil news started spreading about her, that she had committed the evil act, and it spread throughout all of Medina. Imagine the fitna. Imagine the fitna. The daughter of Abu Bakr, radiyallahu anhu, the wife of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the wife of his best friend. When it spread, going from one person to another, getting bigger and bigger, more lies, until everyone had heard about it. Until Aisha herself had heard about it, she cried for 2 days straight, saying the tears didn't stop. For 2 days straight, when she heard. So the point is, Allah Azza wa Jalla eventually revealed, as we know in the Quran, verses that would be recited until the end of time, freeing her, claiming that she's a pure, chaste woman, a believing woman, and criticizing those believers who passed around that news. When that news was revealed, when her innocence was revealed in the Quran, what can we expect Abu Bakr to do? What can we expect her father to do with those three men? Whip them? Kill them maybe? What would we do if someone spread such news about our son or our daughter and it reached the whole city and everyone was talking about it? To say the least, we wouldn't be talking to them. Until Allah Azza wa Jalla revealed in the Quran, وَلْيَعْفُوا وَلْيَصْفَحُوا أَلَا تُحِبُّونَ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لَكُمْ. Let them pardon and forgive. Wouldn't you like that Allah Azza wa Jalla pardon and forgive you? وَاللَّهُ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ. And Allah is the most forgiving, the most merciful. So when Abu Bakr heard that, let them pardon and forgive, he immediately went to those three companions and he told them, I forgive you, crying, فَبَكَى وَقَالْ وَاللَّهِ إِنِّي أُحِبُّ أَنْ يَغْفِرَ اللَّهُ لِي. He said, by Allah, I would love that Allah forgives me. So I forgive you and I'll support you financially until the end of time, until I pass away. I'll not only forgive you, but I'll support you financially until I pass away. And those three were supported by Abu Bakr until the day he passed away. So the point is, dear brothers and sisters, this is Abu Bakr. Hearing the verse, let them pardon and forgive. Wouldn't you love that Allah Azza wa Jalla forgive you? So how about us? How much are we in need of the forgiveness of Allah Azza wa Jalla? How much are we in need of the pardoning of Allah Azza wa Jalla? How many mistakes do we make by night and by day? Yet we still find it in our hearts not to forgive one another, not to overlook someone's faults, not to pardon our believing brother or sister. We ask Allah Azza wa Jalla to give us the iman to forgive one another and to give us تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم فاستغفروه. الأنبياء والمرسلين نبينا وحبيبنا